all of my cashiers, all of my cashiers, the males, what do you prefer? Quality or quantity? And after you ask yourself that question and come up with the answer, if quality is what you prefer, then you have to set out to move accordingly. And if quantity is what you prefer, then just do what you do, and you're going to get what you get. And I think that that's what's happening. Everybody has never, most of us has never been properly educated when it comes to sex. We're out there just trying to indulge prematurely and immaturely, too young, and don't know enough. And everybody's trying to, you know, explore and experiment. And what happens is, most men, if we'll be honest, when we start, we don't know, we just try and we do. And we operate ignorantly, and then we go and we try to educate some other virgin woman or some woman who has as less experience as possible, and we try to influence. And we're just doing things, you know, without any structure, without any knowledge, without any education. And throughout life, you grow up, and if, you know, let me tell you something. How we think about choosing things in our lives, we have been programmed to think that way. And now I'm just reprogramming myself. Or not now, I've already started, but I'm trying to show you that you can reprogram yourself. And here's what I mean. When it comes to cars, if you were going to buy a car, do you want the car that everybody has driven, that has a whole lot of miles on it, and it's been ran through? Or do you want the car that is in great condition, has been driven, only had a few, only maybe possibly no owners, but if it had as less owners as possible? Do you want that car, or do you want a car that has had wear and tear and miles put on it? And if you can understand that with cars, you know, because some people may want the lemon. Some people may want the car that's cheaper because they want to buy a bargain buy. You know, they want quantity. But some of you may be people who want quality. And if quality is what you're after, it comes with a certain price. You feel me? And so I just wanted to come in here and create this dialogue, because if we knew about sex, and if we educate ourselves when it comes to sex, a lot of the things that we do, we wouldn't do. I mean, like they're saying Usher with this herpes situation. You know, there's herpes simplex 1 and there's herpes simplex 2. One of them is worse than the other. One of them is transmitted through sexual diseases, and one of them you could be born with. Okay? So now the Bible also speaks of generational curses. And if people's mother and father was, pardon my rawness and my truthfulness, but if your mother and your father was whoring and living a ratchet life and contracting sexually transmitted disease often, then genetically you could be born with some of them, not all of them. And herpes is one. Do your research, don't take my word for it. I learned this at a very early age. And if people are born with it, they could possibly be carriers. Never really getting the symptoms or nothing, but they could be a carrier and they could give it to you. Now, that makes the game even wilder, because now you have to look even deeper into the women that you're choosing and look at how their mom and dad live. You know, you got to kind of do your research and kind of see and make a logical decision based upon all of the information and the truth and the facts that you gather about the person that you are getting involved with. Now, herpes simplex 1 and herpes simplex 2 are different. And like people say, you can get herpes off of a toilet seat behind somebody, sharing underwear, drinking after someone, eating after someone, all different kinds of ways. But there's only one way that you get that sexually transmitted herpes disease. And knowing that the game is that wild and crazy out here, why wouldn't you slow yourself down and kind of analyze things and make better decisions when it comes to the mate that you're choosing. Why not? And that's the dialogue I wanted to come in here and build upon, just to kind of like give people other alternatives. Make you think differently about your own self, because it's nothing cool about sexing after another man. That's just like going after another man's plate and eating off of it. Would you go and just eat off of another man's plate? And you don't know that man, or you don't know whether he brushed his teeth or washed his hands or what he's done, and you just go and eat his meal? No, you wouldn't do that after he then played over it or did anything to it or ate over it. You wouldn't want that. That wouldn't be something you would go after unless you were hungry, unless you were starving, unless you were weak. And then you'll take whatever you can get. But if you're a king, if you got morals and standards and you stand for them, I don't care no amount of money. I don't care how good a woman looks, how fat her behind is, how big her tatas are, or what she could do. You feel me? You have to stand for your standards and your morals and your values. And you choose the woman because she's your better half. And any woman that you choose, just any woman, is not your better half. In order for you to have a better half, she have to be strong in areas where you're weak. I'm going to say that again. In order for you to have a better half, fellas, she would have to be strong in the areas that you're weak. And you would have to be strong in the areas that she is weak, and vice versa. And therefore, y'all will come together and make a complete whole. But most of us are dating and sexing people that we're not compatible with. I mean, we're not dating and sexing on our levels. And that's where the problem comes in at. Ladies, when you're dating a man that has potentially more money than you're used to dating, he tends to control you with his money. Men, when you're dealing with a lady who's attractive and has more seduction going on with herself than you're used to, you can have all the money in the world, but she will use it on you, and she will attract and control you due to your weaknesses. And it's just the truth. But it's only until when you find out who you are, the morals and the standards and the values that you have, only then can you stand on them and wait and be patient until you find someone who is fit for you, who is compatible with you, someone who could possibly be your better half. And I'm just only talking now, I'm not no philosopher, I ain't no scholar, I'm not professing to, know it all, but I do know this. In my life, I'm celibate now. And in my life, I'm choosing not just the female that I encounter and talk to and engage, but even the company, the male company that I keep. I'm screening it very fine with a fine-tooth comb, because I have to guard my temple and the things that, I let into my circumference and in my life. And when things come into your life that are not right or that are detriment to you, you can't blame those things or the people around you. You only can really blame yourself. So I came here to create this dialogue to make you think differently about your approach, because even in our music, we know that most men will tell you in the music, they don't care if they blind, crippled, or crazy, they're going to get it. They don't care if she your girl or your daddy girl, they going to get it. They don't care. I remember my man say he'll exchange V cars with a retard and get behind a Christian like DR. Like he'll mess with a Christian, a retarded girl, however. They don't care. She can have an eye in the middle of her forehead. Be from another galaxy, as long as she got a vagina. Most men going in. Me, I ain't doing it. You feel me? I got morals, I got standards, and I think some of you all out there do too. A lot of my cashiers and cashiers do too, whether you know it or not. And I'm creating the dialogue to make you think, to make you get your life in order, make you get your perception straight, so that someday when you run into that female that's potentially your soulmate, you will be recognizable to her, and possibly y'all will get together and change each other's lives. But until then, you're going to get what you get when you're out there going after anything, chasing anything, and having no morals, no values, and no standards. You're liable to come up with anything. This is to the dudes. This video is to my males. And I'm going to shine off on this one, but I'm going to do another one to my females because it's a whole different message to you all. But my men, my guys out here, man, be more mindful of who you choosing, who you sex after, the woman you choose, period, whether you choosing for quality or quantity. Be more mindful of what you're doing, man, because it's a dangerous world out here that we're living in. And there's diseases on top of diseases on top of diseases, and everybody out here sexing everybody. I got a song about it called Everybody's Fucking Everybody. Pardon my French, but it's truth. And it's hard, but it's fair. I need for y'all to understand that it's not a game. Everybody's sexing everybody out here, and a lot of people don't have morals and don't have values behind what they're doing. So you don't want to make a conscious decision to go behind people that are living their lives like that. It's a dangerous way to live. And this is to all my fellas out here. I just want to give you the warning. You know, because warning comes before destruction. And some of you all can correct this matter before it's too late. For some of you all out there, it may be too late. But you can still adjust your life to where as though you don't attract more of that to yourself, and that you don't spread more of that. Because, man, listen, I'm going to get on up out of here, and the video coming for the ladies soon. But once again, it's the homie kNOwCash signing off with a big 10-4. Over and out. Peace and love. Until we meet again.